garden jungle that's looking a little bit crazy, and we're going to create some curb appeal with the one and only Frank Perugini.
Yeah, so this was one of the secondary winners from the garden rejuvenation we did last week with Scott's Miracle Grow. So what we can do is there is a program that's called iScape that anybody can do this. They can take a look at their front entrance and say to themselves, how can I make it look a little bit better? So we can drag in some color in there. We can put in some evergreens.
So that's a rendering. It's not real.
That's a total rendering that's there. But it gives you the look of what you can do. And, you know, by improving the lawn, by taking up and putting in some annual color, you can take a front entranceway and really upscale it. So if you're thinking about listing your property, forgive me, this is where you can add a lot of return on investment. So you can sometimes, it sometimes shows up to about 200%.
200%. So basically, aside from the kitchen, when you reno or remodel, you're going to get the best return on your curb appeal.
Yeah, Money Sense magazine showed that in one of their recent articles. So what are some classic mistakes that people do out there when they get things to be overgrown? Sometimes people think that Boston ivy makes a good idea, but in time what it can actually do is impact the return on your investment of home, because it can start to pull up the siding and things like that and do some damage on the brick. So be careful with what you plant.
I had somebody say it's a disease to the home because it welcomes so many insects and rodents.
It can. A lot of the times when you have even plantings that are older like this, you give habitat for things like mice and rats and things. But also the other problem with a big planting like this in the front that's been overgrown, you also provide spaces where, let's say, thieves can hide. They can break into your home, not be seen. So there's also a threat. And you can see how this is overgrown and looks really tired.
So when you're too careful about putting trees for privacy, you're also creating a shield for people who don't mean well, who can use your house to hide.
Yeah, open up the windows, make it look fresh, make your house look inviting. There's another overgrown garden that's just showing you something that lacks an edge. You know, things get tired over time, and you know, plants have a lifespan. There are things like global cedars, euonymus, flowering shrubs that have a lifespan of about 15 to 20 years, and then you have to pull them out. And
how do you deal with all this, Frankie? There's, it's gone. There's all the growth in between the tiles. What do you do about all that?
So in between you can either use a weed begone or something that like a Roundup that you can be spraying, or you can use a weed torch that you can use, so that you can just burn it. You can put even full strength vinegar down. You can do that as well.
Good to know. Thank you.
This is another example of a garden that, even though it looks nice,
that looks very plush.
It looks like a cottage garden, but you can see the foundation plantings. The other thing too, you see this tree that's right there, really close to the foundation of the home. So a lot of times new homeowners right now that are out there thinking about putting a tree in the front of the house, well, that can impact the foundation of the home. So be very careful.
The roots.
You got it.
I've seen that happen. It takes over the whole front yard and everything lifts. If you have interlocking anywhere around it, especially instead of just ground, but it could affect your house foundation.
It could go into the foundation of your home. It could actually impact the foundation and cause thousands upon thousands of dollars of damage. So what are some things that we can do to freshen it up?
Oh, that's nice.
Well, you can see as soon as you start to have things that are opening up the windows, so you're not blocking the windows out, you're balancing a garden out as well. You're using just some nice little bit of color and really a lot of green that's there, but you can all of a sudden see with the lawn's improved and there's an edge. You know, the biggest thing that you could ever do for a garden is this. Is when you do a nice edging around a garden, it gives it the delineation of space between the two, mulching, well kept. This guy here is a little bit of a concern because that spruce will get big.
It's going to get huge.
It gets huge. So a lot of times people think, I'll put a spruce in the front of the house just to make the Christmas lights look nice.
Right.
A lot of the time, though, it's going to get big. And there's another, just a good example.
This is so stately.
And what I want to say is this is a home here in Toronto. Landscape Ontario, of course, are some of the greatest trades that are out there. Look, there is no color here whatsoever. It's just green.
It's beautiful.
But you can see how simple it is. But look at how you can see through the windows, and also they're not blocking the windows.
It's layers.
It's layered, and that's really key, really. And you know, if you look for that contemporary look, which my wife really likes, the boxwood hedge.
Me too.
Beautiful. So there's some things.
How much maintenance? Like, you need somebody who knows what they're doing to sculpt these like this, yes?
Pruning does come with some maintenance, but you can do it yourself. There's many pruning tools that are out there, or you can get somebody to come in and do that for you. So it doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be difficult, but design it right in the beginning.
Let's go walk up and see if they're home and have a coffee.
Okay, go ahead. Go see.
Ding, 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 ding. Hello?
Nobody's home.
A little bit thirsty.
Nobody's home.
Nobody's home.
Okay.
Thanks, Frankie. That was fun. Oh, Kevin, honey, we shrank the kids.
Look.
More salesman. Ow.
Oh, you have something.
Wait, Kev, come a little bit closer.
Fun with you.
So I have to tell you this secret.
Oh,
Your
look.
head's getting really,
What?
really big.
I can hear you, Dina. His mind is empty.
Oh, you're right. It's hollow. Hello. Hello. Goes right through. Right through.
We'll be right back.
Fun for hours.
I think I came out the short end of that.